State men's basketball team faltered a bit just before the Christmas and New Year break. The Statesmen went on the road and lost to West Alabama, but found redemption in a win over Alabama Huntsville. Coming back to Cleveland and heading into games against West Georgia and Shorter, wins could put DSU on top of the Gulf South Conference standings, and wins are exactly what the Statesmen got. DSU comes out firing on all cylinders against West Georgia, opens the game with an 11-0 run. Here, freshman Devin Schmidt drains the three. It's 18-7 Statesmen. Jack Magin sees a gap in the defense, drives the lane, layup for the Australian. Delta now has an 11-point lead. West Georgia leaves Zelvin Smith Jr. wide open beyond the arc. He makes the Wolves pay. It's 33-16 Statesmen. A 12-point halftime lead for DSU, and the guys don't let up in the second half. Schmidt with another nice shot here. Score is 50-37, Delta State leading. In the paint, Smith comes flying in to get the rebound. He misses the putback, but gets a second chance. This time he makes the bucket. 57-44 Delta. Willie Reedus on this one, grabbing the rebound. The big man starts the drive completely, fakes out the defender, banks in the score. Delta State goes on to beat West Georgia 76-59. Moving on to the shorter game. First half, Willie Reedus feeds Devin Schmidt coming open on the post. 14-7 Delta State early on. Hawks leaving that post wide open for the Statesmen. This time, Reedus dishes to Zelvin Smith. Delta is up by 7. Of course, you can't leave the outside open either. Jack Magin drills a three from the corner. It's 21-9 Statesmen. Shorter gets back in this one a little bit. Delta leads 37-33 at halftime, and the entire second half is a close game. Here, Willie Reedus lays in the score. 6-point lead for Delta State. When his defender backs off on this play, Magin pulls up for the long two. It's now 55-49. Reedus, working on a career-high scoring night, takes the feed from Schmidt, makes the bucket, draws the foul. Statesmen keep the lead. Still about 8 minutes to go in this one. No one backing down, especially not Mike Washington with that 7-foot-plus wingspan. Just a 4-point lead for Delta State. Let's take it down to inside 3 minutes to go. Same play working for Reedus. 77-72 Statesmen on top. Watch Schmidt here read the defense perfectly. Drives the lane, lays it in. 79-73 with 2 minutes to go. Delta State is going to seal this one on foul shots. Willie Reedus goes 14 of 17 at the line and scores 36 points. The Statesmen beat Shorter 91-81 and earn first place in the Gulf South Conference standings.
Well, it's great to be back at home. Going on the road, the first 3 conference games was a challenge, but we came out of it 2-1, and we knew that coming back to Delta State and Sillers Coliseum and our home crowd and our Cleveland community in the second semester was going to give us a home court advantage. I think we've seen that through the first 2 games. Well, we're doing a good job, I think, getting to the foul line. We say wins are in the paint, wins are in the foul line, so we've done a really good job getting the ball into the paint and then getting to the foul line. And then when we're at the foul line, we're making free throws, And obviously, the shorter game notwithstanding, we've been pretty good defensively at the top of the league and, in the top 10 in the country in several defensive categories. So, need to continue to get better every day. Like I just told Philip, cannot accept in victory what you would not accept in defeat. So we got some things to work on, some things to get better at, but we'd rather get better at them from a couple wins than a couple losses, that's for sure.
When any game comes down to foul shots like the Shorter one did, it's good for coaches to see their players making those crucial shots.
Well, we shoot a lot of them in practice. It's something we emphasize, and Coach Majerus, the late great Coach Rick Majerus, said wins are at the foul line, and we take that credo as well, and our guys stepped up and made the shots tonight.
West Georgia and Shorter match up relatively the same. The Statesmen were able to pull away from the Wolves, but not from the Hawks. Assistant coach Chris Richardson says the Delta State defense was the difference in those games.
Well, West Georgia, I thought we did a much better job down the stretch in the second half defensively. They missed some shots as well. Shorter made some shots tonight. They really do a good job of continuing to pressure you with the way they drive the ball and the way they get the ball to the rim. We didn't get a 3 in a row in the second half, which is what we strive for, but we did get some key stops down the stretch that enabled us to come out with a victory.
The Statesmen are now 4-1 in the GSC with plenty of tough matchups still to come.
Daily improvement. We call it Kaizen. Ever improvement every day. You know, we can't have a day where we're not getting better because we know the other teams in our league are. So we got to continue to get better every day, and if we do that, I think we'll be okay.
Statesmen are 11-2 on the year. Back in action Thursday, January 9th at Lee University in Cleveland, Tennessee. For GoStatesmen.com, I'm Katie Smith.